Hey guys, what's up and welcome to an unboxing of the Apple Watch. Now this is the Apple Watch, not the Watch Sport or Watch Edition, obviously it's not the Edition, I can't afford one of them. This is the 42mm stainless steel version with the Sapphire crystal display. I'm going to get straight into opening it, I'm super excited. There's a little tab here to pull the plastic apart, that's different. Oh, and it opened, whoops. So I'm sure we can deal with this. Now on the top of the box we have the word watch there, which is great. I don't know if the Sport or the Edition will have, you know, their particular branding there at all. On the bottom of the box we have watch with the specific version that we bought, with the white Sport band, and then on the back here we have basically what comes with the box, i.e. the watch, what it can do and what requirements that you'll need. So if we just open up the lid here, we're presented by another box. Okay, that was a lot more, or a lot less dramatic than I anticipated. So we'll now lift this one out, we'll put it to the side, see what else comes in this huge box. It's actually surprisingly heavy. So we have this packet of paper, I guess. There you go, Apple Watch at the front there. I guess this is a quick start guide. Yep, quick start guide, welcome to Apple Watch, and lots of more things. Put that away. Apple Watch info, so I guess info. And then we also get the watch straps. This is the small slash medium watch band, and I got the white Sport band for my stainless steel Apple Watch just because it's the nicest that wasn't the stainless steel link bracelet. Then in here we get a little charging brick, which is actually really cool. This is a UK design, but we have the same sort of thing as you guys have in the US. So if I open this up, there you go. You guys have little prongs that will fold up. We never had that, but now they've made this weird mechanism that when you pull the main main ground pin up, the other two pop up. That is actually really cool with a little USB port on the bottom, so I'm quite impressed by that. So I'd let you know. And then in the bottom here we have the magnetic sort of charging cable. Now they used MagSafe kind of like technology to get this to work. This is pretty cool. I'm really excited to actually see, you know, how useful this is, and if they can do something like it on the phones, because that would be extremely nice for me. So I'll put this all away and we'll get to the Apple Watch itself. Okay, so let's get into opening the Apple Watch itself. Now it comes in this sort of glossy white plastic box, and I don't believe that's meant to happen. It's meant to be like this. There you go. And it opens up. Put that all the way to the side. On the front we have another sort of engraved Apple logo there. That seems to be literally it. And it looks to just lift off. So there you go. We're presented straight away, or just, well, only by the Apple Watch itself. So if we just remove this now, it's got a nice felt cover. Like I said, I don't know if this is specific because I've not watched any unboxings yet, because it literally just arrived. It's midday on the 24th of April. I don't know if all of them come in this kind of packaging, or whether the Sport ones come in a like, sort of more simple kind of packaging, or the Edition ones come in a more complicated, nicer kind of like packaging, but who knows really. Now I was a little bit worried just then because I saw this kind of satin finish, but it's literally just the plastic that's over the top of it. That did worry me for a second there. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll sort of get this all ready to be worn and ready to be set up, and I'll guide you through it. Okay, so the watch is finally turned on. At the top here we can see we have English UK. We can use the crown to scroll. Now it's backwards scrolling, or sort of the way that I would prefer to scroll, but it's backwards scrolling with the crown. So select English UK, set language, click yes. Setting language. Sorry that the screen's a bit dim. I'm in a very bright environment right now, so even if the screen is kind of, you know, even if it was bright, it'd still be hard to see. So it's just setting language now. The processor in this is an S1 processor, apparently. It's about the same kind of performance as an A5 processor from about 2000 and I believe 11. So, you know, whatever you take by that. So it says here to start pairing, use the Apple Watch app on your iPhone. So just unlock the iPhone here and hit start pairing. I'll bring this over here just because it's easier to see. Start pairing. There you go. Now we need to hold the camera over the Apple Watch to pair. The Apple Watch is now paired. So I don't really know what it did then. I think it showed an image and then it sees if it's the same image that it actually sent. But there you go, it's saying that it's the 42mm stainless steel case. So we click set up Apple Watch. Which wrist do you prefer to wear your Apple Watch on? It's going to have to be the left wrist. There you go, terms and conditions, we're going to agree to that. Now we're going to put in my password for my Apple ID. Okay, so location services. Just click OK. Siri, very cool. We're not going to send diagnostics, and we're not going to add a passcode to our Apple Watch. I'll choose to install my apps later because I don't really want them all just to smash on right now. And the Apple Watch is now going to sync to my phone. So it's very hard to see there, but you can see there is a very slight syncing wheel that you can see. And when that's done, it should allow me to use my Apple Watch. Okay, so I thought I'd show you the sort of interface for the watch on the iPhone because it's pretty important and it's what you're going to be using most to manage your watch and what's on it. So let's have a look here, app layout. We can see a little representation of what the apps are laid out like. You can move them about. I'm not ready to do that. It doesn't really matter that much to me. You can also change it to airplane mode, which will be very helpful if, well, on airplanes, even though it doesn't really matter much anymore. As well as if you want everything to just be quiet. Okay, one major worry that I had was notifications. I get a lot of notifications, emails, Snapchat, WhatsApp, texting, Facebook, everything. If that's all going to ping through, that's going to be a major pain in the ass for me. So, in notifications here, you can see apps that are going to send notifications to your watch. Now right now, because this is a completely fresh install, I don't have Snapchat or Facebook, so here are the apps that are going to send things. If I select messages, I can change it to either mirror my iPhone, so whatever notifications I get on here, I will get on my watch. Or you can select custom to change anything that you want to change. Now if you have Facebook, for example, you can turn off notifications for Facebook so you won't get any friend requests, but for example Messenger, you can leave that on so you get any messages coming through. Now one issue with the third-party apps right now is that you can't customize what notifications you get. For example, you can't just have friend requests on Facebook and not normal notifications. You have to have everything or nothing. Okay, coming back now, I'm going to go down. Brightness and text size, you can turn the brightness up and the text size down. That's exactly what I did for this video. Going down, you can select a passcode. If you want a passcode on your watch, which if you do, I see very no point in getting a watch, or very little point anyway, for the sort of productivity bit. But it does allow you to do that if you really want to. Health, things like that, you can make sure that everything syncs together, make sure it's actually using the data that you have. And I haven't set anything. This is a fresh install, so it's going to be quite hard to give you practical demos. Friends. Now, the demos that they've been using for the new communication where you can draw things or send your heartbeat, they'll use your friends. Now, what they don't tell you is that those friends have to have an Apple Watch. It seems sort of pretty self-explanatory, but you may not have known. And I only have one friend who's going to be getting an Apple Watch, which means my friends, which are all like 12 of these people, is going to just be one guy. And there's nothing you can really do about that until this sort of technology is much more widely spread. That's pretty much it that you can do from the My Watch section. If we go to Explore, Featured, you get to have a look at all the apps that you can get on your phone and on your watch. Okay, so my watch has finished syncing, has been set up. So I'm just going to open it up here. Here's my default home screen. I've installed a couple of apps because I didn't really want to go through every single process because there'll be so many videos like that. I just thought I'd show you sort of watch of how I have it set up. So in the middle we have the watch face, this is the watch face that I chose. You can force touch on the display, and this is the utility watch face. Now whoops, didn't mean to do that. You can scroll along, there are many different watch faces to go through, but the one I chose was utility, and here it is. And to go to the home screen, we'll just simply press the digital crown, and we get here. Now some of the apps that I've installed, one is Shazam. Shazam is extremely cool to have on the watch because when a really nice, when a nice song comes on, or a good song comes on, and you want to know what it is, getting your phone out, waiting for Shazam to load, and then going for it, you know, sometimes isn't always convenient. Maybe your phone's not with you, or anything similar. But essentially, the watch application is everything that the phone wanted. You press it, it listens. When it has it, it will literally tell you what the song is. I found that really cool as a feature to have on your watch, but it may not be for everyone. I also have Twitter, which will sync with the Twitter once I've actually logged in on my phone, given it's a new install. As well as that, we have Instagram. Instagram is a really cool one to have. So if I scroll down here, we can see there's Mark Watson's photo of his Apple Watch. As well, if you can tap on here, look, and you can either like it, or you can view the people who liked it, or you can, I'm going to not wait for that to load, or you can view the comments. Now you may have noticed the little spinny wheel that comes every so often. That is the information being pulled from your iPhone, so that's what that is. Not everything comes straight from the watch, most of it is done on the iPhone and synced here via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. Now one other application I installed was OneFootball. There are many applications, and this won't come up today because my favourite team Liverpool aren't playing today. But there are many applications that use, that have sort of watch integration already. So things like Twitter, Instagram, Shazam, also this Pacer, sort of pedometer application, they all have watch support, and they have dedicated watch functions. So as you can see, we have our steps goal, which is nowhere near 10,000 because it's most of the day gone and I have only just set this up, and then it tells you your friends and how they're doing. It's pretty cool how some of them, or most applications, do actually have a watch interface already. Now, I won't go too much into this, but this is the activity app, and it'll basically tell you how you're doing about standing up, how you're doing about moving, and how you're doing about your calorie burned. So, see, I've only moved this amount, walked that many steps, and burned this amount of calories since I set the watch up. And you can see move, 30 out of 500 calories. I've exercised for 1 of 30 minutes, and I've stood for 2 hours out of my 12 hours a day. Like I said, I'm not this lazy. It's actually just because I've only just set this watch up with a newly restored iPhone, so none of my information of my other one has pulled through, which makes me look very lazy and is very annoying. So there's not too much I'm going to show you from here, given that I've only just set it up. The application I think I'm going to be using most is Remote, which allows you to control the Apple TV on your network or your iTunes library. So if I click it here, it will load and get all the information. And then we can simply play, pause, or increase the volume or decrease the volume of songs. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is actually cut to an example where I used the Messages app and voice dictation to reply to a message that I got as I was setting the watch up. 60 minutes. Oh, and there you go, straight away I've got a notification from my mum asking if my Apple Watch has arrived. Now I can click reply right here to say yes, no, absolutely, sure thing, nope, talk later, can't talk now, hold on a sec, call you soon. All these kind of things that you can either use the screen to scroll through and select, or you can use the crown. If you don't want to, you can use voice dictation. So we're going to click there and say, yes it has, comma, I will show you when you get home. There you go, we'll just select done. Oh, it's said again because I was talking to you whilst it's doing it. Now you can either send it as audio, send it as a text, we can send it as a text. There you go, it's sent, and that will send through my Apple Watch to my iPhone and then off to my mum, who just asked. Okay, so I have my portable battery bank here. It's about a 10,000 mAh battery, got it for about a tenner off Amazon. And I just thought I'd use it to show you the charging. So once you put it on the back here, the screen lights up, says it's charging, and it is ready to charge for the morning. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my first look at the Apple Watch. Now, if you want any more videos on this, please feel free to comment down below. There'll be many videos about the Apple Watch, so I'm not expecting a huge sort of view count. But if there are other things you want to see about it, feel free to let me know, and I will give it a good go to do them. So thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.